views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Whether she's walking the red carpet or doing interviews, you'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause it's the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas. I'm very excited about my guest today because you know me, I love horror and movies and adventures and everything, and because of amazing escape rooms such as yours, you guys can live it and really be in that adventure. So I am so excited to have Melissa from Lockdown Escape Room. So hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. I'm so excited to have you on. Like I said, I really think you guys are amazing, and it's so much fun, and there's just so many pros to it, and I'm just really excited to have you on.
We're excited to be here today. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, of course. And so why don't you explain, because I know you have 3 different locations here in Las Vegas, correct?
Yes, we do.
So why don't you explain, first of all, what you guys actually are and your different locations and rooms you have.
Okay, so we have 3 locations here in Las Vegas. We have West Sahara, which is Sahara and Torrey Pines. We have West Flamingo, which is right next to the Palms Casino. Mm-hmm. And then we have South Highland Drive, which is about a block west of the Fashion Show Mall.
Oh, okay.
And so what an escape room is we lock you and your friends and family in a room, and you actually pay us to do this.
That's right.
And then you have 60 minutes to find clues and solve puzzles in order to escape.
That's right.
I can't say too much more than that because then it gives it away.
Of course. No, but it's so much fun, and so you guys have lots of different types of rooms and themes to different rooms. So can you explain some of them that you have?
Yes, so my favorite is called, my first escape room is called Hostage Rescue, and that's at the South Highland location. Okay. And your goal pretty much is your friend has been kidnapped, and there's a ransom, and you have to pay back that ransom before he's killed. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of little secrets and surprises in that room that I really love, and it was the very first one that we ever had, so that's my favorite. And then of course we have Mob Boss, which is a Vegas classic.
That's right.
And then we have 9 other themes, so 11 total here in town.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so how long have you guys actually been in town for?
We opened in 2013.
Wow.
So we were one of the first actually in the United States.
Wow. I was going to say, I didn't even know they've been around that long.
Right. Yeah,
wow. That's crazy. No, but it's so much fun, and it's great. Do you have rooms for all ages?
We do.
Yeah.
We recommend 5 and up.
Okay.
But we do have rooms for all ages.
Yeah.
All the way from, I would say, 5 to 100.
That's right.
Or older.
Or 100 plus.
Yeah.
No, it's a great option. It's fun. It's team building, really, too, because you guys all have to work with each other. Sometimes you want to kill each other. Yeah.
It's really fun to watch. We get to watch when you play.
Yeah.
So we get to sit in a room with monitors and also speakers. It's really fun to watch. We've had some companies do hiring processes in our room. So the hiring manager will sit and watch the people that are interviewing for the job, and they'll take notes and decide who they want to hire that way.
That's actually a really smart idea.
Yeah,
that tells you a lot about the person.
Yes, it sure does.
Wow, that's a great idea.
And first dates also.
Yes.
Those are uncomfortable, but fun for us to watch.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I was always saying, because I've done a bunch of them, and I'm good at some of them, and sometimes I just am like, I don't know what's going on here, and I'm like, it just has to be hysterical to watch this. Like,
we
it's
have
just
we have some themes that even though I've been working there for many years, I still can't beat. I watched them play the room. I helped build the rooms. I still can't win those rooms. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that has to be like the funnest job to watch people do
it is. Now I'm more behind the scenes, but I loved going to the store and working in the store, just meeting the people, because the good thing about this kind of company is that everyone is excited when they arrive and they're excited when they leave. It's very rare that we have anyone who leaves unhappy, so I really love that.
No, I agree, because it's fun, and you get so into it, and if you really let your imagination go with you, there's really no experience that can beat it. They're great.
Right.
They're great. And so you said the hostage one was your personal favorite?
I love the hostage just because it was my very first one.
Right.
I had no idea what to expect. I just walked in, they threw me in a room, and then we went from there, and you just don't ever forget, your first escape room.
That's right. No, there's so much fun, and like you said, there's so much work that is put into it to build them and to start them, and the clues. I mean, it's a lot of work that you guys go through that I don't think people even think about.
Oh, it takes a long time to design a room and then to get it built and get it up and running. But one cool thing about our company is that we allow our employees to compete for themes. So they'll compete against each other to design themes, and then we'll put it into motion.
That's great.
It's really fun to watch. They have really big imaginations.
I'm sure. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. So your employees get involved too. That's great.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh.
We do too.
Oh, I'm sure. And so 11 different rooms you said you have?
Here in town, yes.
Here in town. Okay, and so are you nationwide as well?
We have one location in San Diego, and then we have one in Scottsdale, in between kind of Scottsdale, Phoenix area.
Gotcha.
So we have a lot of different options. We like to have locals have something to do, tourists have something to do, and so we also try to have different kinds of themes. So all of the themes are different at every location. So if you travel to San Diego, you won't find anything like here except for one room, which is, Western, and that's very popular.
Yes.
Speaking of Western, here at our West Flamingo location, we have dual Western rooms so that corporate teams can compete against each other. Because a lot of the corporate teams, they have like 20 or so people. So we'll put 10 in each room with the same room, same puzzle, same time limit, and then they get to battle it out for who's best.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I was going to ask too, because I think it's just such a great thing for team building and stuff. So you guys do a lot of corporate,
lots of
lots
corporate,
of them, yeah.
Especially the conventions that come into town. Like Patron, companies like that.
Right.
They're looking for things to do with their team while they're here. So yeah, really big for conventions and team building, birthday parties, bachelorette, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I know. I love going, especially for my birthday and stuff. It's always fun. It's great get together, and you can have a good time. And like you said, you really get to know somebody while doing that.
Right. It's simple too. I mean, all you have to do is contact us. We set you up.
Yeah.
And then you really don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
We do everything from there.
Yeah. And I saw you have one room that is for only 2 people, correct?
We recommend 3 or more for every room.
Okay. Gotcha.
But if you were to try to play one room with 2 people, I would recommend the hostage. It's our easy room.
Hostage, okay.
Yeah, and it has like a 74% success rate with 3 people. So I don't know if I would do less, but you can try if you'd like.
Yeah, no, I was thinking it'd be great, like you said, a first date idea, or Valentine's Day is coming up. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, that's really the only one I would recommend.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want anyone to, get in there and get frustrated and, kill each other. We don't like to clean up blood too often.
Yeah, it can be too much
Yeah,
fun.
no, it's not. We want them to be fun and, sometimes maybe a little scary, but not like that.
Right.
So, hostage only is the one. Everything else, 3 or more. We have different difficulty levels. At every location, we have easy, medium, and hard. Mm-hmm. So, like for medium, I would recommend no less than 4 to 6. And then for the hard, same thing. I'd recommend, at least 6.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what's the most you can have? 10? Is that it?
10.
Gotcha.
10 in a room. Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And, I sometimes think it's better to have, like you said, not too many people and not too little people.
Right.
Because too many, there's so many that are so many different personalities, and one's trying to be the leader, and it just kind of gets all out of hand.
That's what we've found is that when you have too many, you don't communicate as well.
Right.
So you have one person over in the corner finding a clue. They didn't communicate it to the team. So, we have 3 other people looking for that same clue when you could have moved on, 10 minutes ago. So, yeah, that's what we found as well. But then if you have too little, people walk in and they're like, oh, we've got this. We can do this. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you don't. You think you do.
That's right. No, it's so much fun. And I think a lot of my viewers know years ago, one of my movies, a Telephobia, was turned into an escape room, and that has since closed down. But
I played that room.
oh, really?
I loved it. Yeah.
I was the big scary queen, so that was me.
That's awesome.
So we helped build that one, and it's so insane to see the behind the scenes and all the work that really goes into it, but it's so much fun. But even creating the clues and stuff is just so difficult, and I can't even imagine what the process is for you guys to do that.
Yeah, and then making sure that once the room is up and running, that the clues and the puzzles remain running.
Right.
You have people that get so excited, they don't ever intend to break anything, but things get broken so much, they jam the locks. I mean, it's just a lot that you don't know about.
Oh, yeah. And how long is it usually for you guys to set up a new room? How long does it usually take?
It all depends. We try to get it done within a week or two.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I mean,
you guys work fast.
sometimes it takes longer,
Right.
but depending on what goes into it, do we have to build fake walls? Do we have to order things? Sometimes we even go, to thrift shops or whatever, to get the furniture, repaint, refurbish. Every single room is different. So, it could be a week, but sometimes it could be a month or two, and then you have to test it. So sometimes we'll have our guests. We love to invite past guests in to test our rooms to see if it's something that the other people would like, or if it's running correctly. And it just depends on the theme, what goes into it, how difficult it is, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's so much fun, and the fact that you have 11 different rooms gives you so many different options.
Right, we wanted that, especially for locals, because we want them to return. And once you've played a room, you really can't play it again, and it be as much fun because you'll remember the clues and the puzzles.
Right.
So we try not to change them up too much because we do have a lot of tourists that come, but that's why we made 11 themes so that the locals can at least have 11 different rooms to play.
That's right. Yeah. No, you can go a whole year and go to the room
Exactly.
every month.
Yeah. And we would love for you to do that.
That's right. And then you also have the Scottsdale and Southern California, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
We're always looking at more locations. So, who knows where we'll go next?
Oh, I can't even imagine. Well, you can tell, and especially I think that's so cool that you get your team involved and your employees involved with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important part of a successful business is having happy employees, and that really makes such a giant difference.
Yes.
So when they feel they're part of the team, it really makes the whole business run so much more smoothly. And even, sometimes when you go into escape rooms, the person who greets you and stuff, they're really into it, from the second you step in, and that makes such a huge difference. So your employees are like that, and they really care about what they're doing. And I think that's why you guys are so successful, and I hope you guys open a bunch of more locations.
We do too. Thank you. Yeah, when we're doing the hiring process, we're always looking for people that are energetic, that like puzzles, and that are friendly. Because, you don't want to walk in, like you said, and just be like, hey, how can I help you? What fun is that?
No.
So we have a really good staff, and so we're thankful for them as well.
Yeah. And so I know you said some people do the hiring process while they do the escape rooms. Do you guys choose to do that option?
We don't. But we do interviews inside the room sometimes.
Oh, okay.
We'll say, okay, come on back here. And they're like, what's happening? And then we put them in this random room that's like locks and keys all over the place, and they're just staring, and then we'll tell them, this is what you're interviewing for, because most people, when they come to an interview, they're looking for work, they're looking for something to to feed their families and pay their bills, but they have no idea what an escape room is. So it's really interesting and fun. Yeah,
because even though it's been around for a while, there's still a lot of people that are discovering it and never heard of it.
Right.
So
Yeah, I had not when I started working there, but I learned a lot, and now I'm addicted.
Oh, yeah. How long have you been with the company for?
Since shortly after they opened. So,
okay, so a while,
quite a few years,
yeah. That's great. No, it's so much fun, and like I said, I think it'd be the coolest thing to work for one, just to see everyone.
Yeah.
And I know I have to be very interesting to watch because I lose my mind, especially when it's like getting close and you're not winning, and it's very stressful.
I know. I have a friend. She will not play with me. Everywhere we go on vacation, we go together, and I always seek out an escape room in that city. And she's like, "You scream at me. I'm not playing with you anymore. Don't even book an escape room." But I still do it anyway.
That's right. Good for you. No, I remember the very first one we ever did was, years and years ago. And we decided to take, it was, I think, half guys, half girls. And the guys ruined it and we didn't get out. And I was because all the girls were telling them, oh, no, you just have to do this. And they wouldn't listen to us. And then when we got out, the people who ran it were like, oh, it was actually this. And we're like, we told you.
No.
And so I was so mad.
That's
and so
the
ever
worst.
since then, I've just been so like, oh, everyone needs to listen to me because I'm the only one that's right, of course, you know.
We had a bachelor party that was playing, a bachelorette party. And at the end of Mob Boss, you have to pick who you think is the rat.
Oh.
And, you know, the whole team was like, wait, you know, let's think about it. And the guy walked over and picked the rat, and it was wrong. And they were screaming at him, let us think about it. You know, let us talk about it. He didn't. He just dropped it, and then the game was over. And that was awful to watch.
Yes.
They left angry. That's one of the only, it wasn't our fault.
But that's not your fault, right? So you got to pick wisely who you bring in there.
Yes, because you only have one choice.
That's right. No, that's a lot of fun, and it's great for everyone. And like you said, all ages. You said 5 up is more suggested, and I think that's probably the best too, because 5 is when they start to kind of really understand what's going on and are able to maybe even contribute with some of it.
That's interesting, because you think that some little kids, you know, they're just going to go in there and maybe, you know, look around, play with some things, but they actually contribute. And we're sitting back like, whoa, you know, these little kids are smart. What's also fun is that we'll see groups come in, and, you know, I'm going to be honest, we kind of prejudge a little bit. You know, we'll see groups, we'll see some groups that are really, you know, boisterous, and they're like, we're going to beat this, and we've never lost. And we're like, okay, you know, because you never know what happens when you get into that room. So it's interesting. Some of the groups that we think have no chance at all because, you know, the way they're acting and talking, they will just bomb it. But then some of them who have never done it before, they're scared, they're, you know, timid, they'll just blow it away. So you never, ever know. No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, before escape rooms were a thing, there was this one business here that kind of did an escape room, but it actually was all around town, and you drove a van throughout the town and stuff.
Oh,
It was really different. It was really cool. But they have since closed too. It was way before escape rooms, and I was probably 8 years old. Wow. And I solved 90% of the clues.
By yourself?
So proud of myself. I know. I was with my mom and my sister, and they were like, they weren't listening to me. They're like, you don't know what you're talking. The guy who was with us, and once again, this goes back to amazing employees. Right. He was like, keep going. He's like, you're doing great. You're doing great. And so he encouraged me, and I solved almost the whole thing by myself.
So what did they say after? Were they like,
sorry?
They
were, especially my sister was like, you know, older sisters.
Yeah, that's fun.
But it's fun. They're just so much fun, and you can, like you said, all ages. You never know what someone's going to bring.
I know.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're walking into. So just because you've done really well in other escape rooms, it doesn't mean anything on the next one. It's fun. And also to watch bloggers. We have a lot of bloggers that come in who that's all they do is escape rooms across the country. They'll even go to Hungary, you know, Japan. Wow. They'll go all over the place, and they have even said, you never know.
No.
They're all so different.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are so successful. I mean, to have 3 different buildings here in Vegas, I mean, that really does show how amazing you guys really must be and how much fun your rooms are. And it's all about word of mouth, too. And people suggest you guys. I think that's really a great thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have very loyal customers that we really love and appreciate. Yeah. So they continue to come back, and they're one of the reasons that we're still here.
Yeah. And do you know, like, if there's a hardest room here in Vegas?
I would say the hardest is probably the Mayan room.
Oh, okay.
That one is very hard.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it has a very low success rate. We have to have something that's very, very hard because we have so many customers that just do them so often that we don't want them to go in there and just get done so quickly that they don't feel that they got their money's worth. Right. So that one is very, very hard. It's one of them I've never been able to beat. Mm-hmm. I think it might have maybe a 30% success rate.
Oh, wow.
So it's a really good challenge if you want to try that one.
I was going to say, because I think a lot of people do like that big challenge, and they're like, oh, we got it. Like you said, the big, like, oh, I've done 1 million of them. I got this piece of cake. And so they really want that big challenge. So you say the Mayan room would be a good one?
Mayan, that's very hard.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know, though.
Yeah. And our most popular is Western and the Mob Boss. Yeah. Mob Boss at Highland, Western at the West Flamingo. Those are both so fun. They're so different. I mean, there's nothing in the rooms that are alike at all. Yeah. So you would like both of those.
Oh yeah. No, I love, like I said, I was looking at all your different rooms, and really they're amazing. All of them have something to it. Yeah.
And at the Sahara location, we have one called Wrongfully Accused. And what's fun about that one is you start out in a jail cell handcuffed.
Oh.
So that one's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So you're like, oh, gotta get out of this.
Yeah.
So you gotta do jailbreak, I'm assuming.
So
That's
play
cool.
with people you like, because if you don't
Oh,
break out,
yes.
you're stuck with them.
That is
Handcuffed
a
to
major.
them for an hour.
Oh, that would be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta really get someone. That's funny. No, it's just really fun, and it's great for team building, and so a lot of companies do come there. You said, do a lot of
Yes.
local companies also come to do with their teams?
Yes, we have, let's see, we have Amazon comes a lot, Zappos, we have, MGM, Caesar, all the strip hotels,
Right.
they'll come, Venetian, lots of big companies.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I think a lot of local companies should really support you guys, too, because
Oh, they do.
it's all about supporting each other, first of all, and you guys are really such an amazing company here in Vegas. Then 3 different places and locations and 11 rooms. I mean, it's really great, and I hope people are helping support you guys and really building it up.
Yeah, the good thing also about West Flamingo is that we're able to hold 50 people.
Wow.
hour.
Wow.
A lot of escape rooms, I'm not sure if they're able to do that, but we are able to do that. So we put together a lot of corporate events.
That's great, yeah. 50 people, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's perfect. So, yeah, it's a big, like you said, I don't think a lot of places are able to do that. So, if you're able to do 50 in an hour, that's really excellent.
Yeah, there are some here in town, but we've done up to, I think, 200-300. So we're able to just rotate, have 50
Right.
play, maybe while the other 50 eat, and then they swap out.
That's really smart.
Yeah, so we have all kinds of ways of putting things together.
Yeah. What do you think most people fit? Well, I guess it kind of just depends on the room. Like you said, like the one has 30% success rate. So it just kind of really depends on if you're going to finish or not. It just is completely by chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have to be able to, you have to have a good group. That's what
Yeah.
I would say. Choose wisely, because every single person in your group is going to think differently. So
Yeah.
you need all of those different brains in there to be able to help
Yeah.
you succeed.
That's right.
That's why we don't recommend 2. You only have 2 people.
Right.
It's very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, you have to be kind of strategic with your
Yes.
planning. And, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
yeah. But it's fun no matter what.
Oh,
2,
yeah.
20, it doesn't matter.
Do you have, like, maybe the craziest thing you've seen happen while they were doing an escape room? Or?
We don't see too much crazy. I mean, we do see yelling sometimes,
probably
cursing,
me,
finger
honestly.
pointing.
Oh,
yeah,
that
but
bad.
it's still fun. They still
Right.
walk out happy. I really love the proposals. We do a lot of those.
Oh,
Those are my
really?
favorite.
Oh,
The
that's so
guy
cool.
will contact us a couple weeks prior and say, I want to propose. And then they tell us kind of what they're looking for. And sometimes we'll change the puzzles around. Sometimes we'll hide the ring in a safe or in a certain box at the end, or we'll change up, some of the reading materials to include her name or, his name, or however they want to do it. Their story will have family hidden in the room sometimes.
Oh.
So it's really fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's a really creative way to get a date. Men should take note.
Yeah,
That's
I think
a really
so.
good idea.
Valentine's is coming
That's
up.
right. It's right around the corner.
Right.
If you're like, oh, I need to do something, that's a perfect way to do
Yep.
it. And hiding the family and the oh my gosh, that's really, really smart.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. And so you get a lot of those then too, huh?
We do. They started right when we opened. People just started hearing about escape rooms and they were just interested and they wanted something different. Everyone, runs out of ideas after so many years and they're looking for something that's unique. And then also you have some couples that they really are addicted to the escape rooms. And so they just wanted something that, would represent their relationship.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And that you guys are able to help out with that and change the clues and puzzles and stuff so you can work around that. That's really a great thing.
Yeah, and what's fun too is that normally, they're so focused on the puzzle. Well, he's not. He's scared to death the whole
Right,
time.
he's probably panicking.
flipping out.
Yeah.
And you can see him sweating,
Right.
and turning red. But she is just, going through and doing the puzzles, not
She's
having
probably
any
yelling
idea.
at him, like,
yeah,
"Come on."
no idea what's about to happen. So,
Yeah.
that's the fun part for
That's
us.
really great. Oh, how much fun. Yeah, so, I mean, there's just so many possibilities and birthday party. I mean, everything, really.
Oh,
The
yeah.
possibilities are endless with you guys.
Yes, it is. I mean, with the birthday parties, we'll hide a gift maybe at the end. There's so many
Oh,
different
that's cool.
ways and options of us doing things. So, I mean, if you come to us with an idea, we may not always be able to make it happen, but we can. You know, we had Jack Daniels recently, and they had 100 or 200, I don't remember how many people, but they shipped in their own props that they wanted to use with their logos on there.
Wow.
So we set them all up in the rooms all over the escape room, and, you know, we hid them, or we, you know, had them in the lobby, things like that. So we can
That's
do pretty much anything.
Yeah. That's really cool that you guys are so flexible with that. Because, like I said, it's really stressful to set it up, so then to have to change everything. But, I mean, that you guys are able to do that is really amazing, and kind of shows, once again, I think that goes back to the whole, your employees and just the whole workplace environment really has to be amazing, that everyone's gets it done and really is teamwork. Again, they do the teamwork to
Right.
get the rooms done. That's amazing.
And then we try to make it memorable. So we've had so many repeat, you know, corporate groups that they come back year after year,
Yeah.
especially for the conventions here. So they'll come back to us each time because we're able to throw them in a different room than they
Right.
were the previous year. So, you know, we could do that for 5 years in a row, especially at the Flamingo location,
Oh, yeah.
because we have 5 rooms there.
That's great. And then 11 in total. I mean,
Exactly.
keep going and going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, where can people get in touch with you guys, follow you guys, keep up to date with anything you have going on, if you have maybe events going on or promotions or anything?
Everything is mainly on our website for promotions, videos, fun things like that. We're on Facebook. Lockdown. You can just search Lockdown Sahara, Lockdown Flamingo, Lockdown, you know, whichever location. We also have Instagram and we have Twitter.
Perfect. So all over the place.
All over the place.
And-
Snapchat, everywhere.
Oh, I'm sure lots of fun content on there
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But well, thank you so much for being on. I really, like I said, I think you guys are just so much fun, and escape rooms I think are getting bigger and bigger every year, which is great because they're so much fun, and you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
really are just phenomenal and really stick out from the rest. So
Thank you. I
thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much for being on.
You're
Yes.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check them out, and go and have fun, and go on a day, hang out, corporate, whatever. They are the place to go. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you. God bless.
60 minutes, non-stop action. The only way out is through wits and teamwork. The most famous escape room in the West is coming up with new rooms and even trickier challenges. Over 500,000 players within the past 4 years. 5 new locations, 18 rooms, and a whole new level of playing live. Lockdown, a 5-star live entertainment brand. Put your team on the line. Enter the Lockdown.